A while ago, I purchased these D&D minis from a series called Cats and Catacombs. I absolutely loved them! And I love the idea that I could combine my favorite animal with D&D. When I looked for more, there wasn't a great selection. In a passing thought, I was like, in the future, when I have enough money, it would be nice to make my own models and 3D print them so I could paint more. I could even share it on a Patreon and let people have the files, or I could 3D print for them and send it to them. But I figured that was far in the future. However, as the days went by, I thought more and more about the 3D models and how cool it would be to make them. So here is my attempt. By no means going to be a professional model, and it may not even work, but by golly, I'm trying to do my best. So enough stalling and worrying about my lack of experience, let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is design the model. The concept I wanted to make was a dog, specifically in a breed that I absolutely love and want one day, like a corgi or a golden retriever. After some more thinking, the idea of a corgi with short, stubby legs laden with tons of letters came into my mind, and now it must come to fruition. So, this is Hermes, the male courier corgi. His owner used to be the male courier for the realm, but after an arrow to the knee, he passed on his mantle to his loyal dog Hermes, who was happy to be of service. Even though he is quite quick to deliver mail, unless you pay him with a treat of meaty goodness, it's unlikely that you'll be able to pry your letter from his mouth. On principle, he doesn't deliver letters to houses with cats in or around them, and if he sees any other mail couriers, he will chase, bark at them, and steal all of their letters that they were assigned to hand out. After getting some sketches down, the only thing left to do now is to try to 3D model the character in Blender. College dropout. After a rough few attempts at making the entire body, I figured it would be easiest to start with the head first and make that look really good to build up what little confidence I had for this project. Just as a little backstory to pass the time while you watch the sped up recording of pain and suffering, I used to go to college for animation, so I learned the basics about 3D modeling, and that made this project slightly more doable than impossible. I definitely still had to look up a lot of stuff that I didn't know how to do. I'm just gonna hide a little message here for a future video. The only thing you need to remember is that Hermes is best doggo. This information will become prevalent in a future video. Unlike his legs, I definitely didn't forget to record his accessories and stand, since I figured it would be a fun reveal at the end. After finishing all of the details, I sent in the file to a local printer near me, and it finally came back. Look at this little guy! Trapped in his plastic prison of shame until I free him. Don't worry, Hermes, I shan't abandon thee to the plastic tentacles of doom. Before I free him, though, this is the 3D model that I sent in, so it definitely took a hit on the details, especially with the scrolls, but I'm still pretty happy with how it turned out for it being my first time. Just like that, he is free and thriving. Thank you for everyone for joining me on this harrowing journey. I'm absolutely thrilled to have my special doggo sitting on my desk, and I hope you're having a bright and beautiful day.